welcome to the UCAS 2021-2022 School Year Lottery. I would like to introduce you to our UCAS team members. My name is Jenny Lynn Durbridge. I am the principal at the Utah County Academy of Sciences, and I have here with me in the room, and you'll see some of them on camera a little bit later, I have Ms. Darla Wenger. She is the assistant principal in Orem, and Julie Schiffman is our registrar and records manager. We are excited and happy to be here today. If you have comments or questions, please utilize the YouTube chat. However, due to the technicality of the lottery, we may not answer those questions until the end of the lottery. If you have a question that cannot wait, Ms. Wenger is monitoring the chat. I can fix that. It looks like we are having a few little sound problems, so give me just a minute and I'll see if we can make some adjustments there. That should fix it, actually. Okay, I'm going to keep talking for just a minute, and we may have a bit of a delay. Okay, I can't hear. I'm just going to keep talking for just a minute and make sure it fixes. Much better. Okay, perfect, good. Okay, now we'll keep going. Thank you so much for letting us know. I love that chat. Okay, we're excited to be here today. And like I said, if you have comments or questions throughout the lottery, we'll answer them as best as we can. Once the lottery has begun, we will not be making more changes. If there is a mistake that you do not catch before our lottery begins, your student name will be removed and put at the end of the waiting list. You will be given an opportunity to review the names and grade levels for accuracy, if you have not done so already. Here is the agenda that we will follow for the lottery today. Let me switch over that just 1 second. There we go. Okay, here's our agenda for today. We are going to share with you the purpose of the lottery, how you will be notified if you are accepted or on the wait list, our selection procedures and rules, verification of names and grade levels, and lottery demonstration, and then we will have our lottery selection. I am going to start today by sharing information with you regarding the purpose of holding a lottery. Today, February 26th, 2021, the Utah County Academy of Sciences is holding an admissions lottery, a lottery for student admittance as required by state and federal code, because we have more applications than we have openings at the school. As per state and federal guidelines, UCAS gives preference to 4 groups of students. They are siblings of students who are currently attending or have siblings who have graduated from UCAS in the past, our legacy students, children of UCAS employees, children of grandchildren of the UCAS founding members, and students of John Hancock Charter School. There are a total of 283 ninth grade applicants. We will accept 220 students for the 2021-2022 school year's ninth grade. This year, we have 51 students entering the ninth grade with a sibling or legacy preference. 1 student that qualifies as an employee exemption. There are no students who qualify for founder's preference, and 1 student of John Hancock Charter School. With these exceptions, that means there are 167 openings for the ninth grade. There are a total of 55 10th grade applicants. We will accept 44 students for the 2021-2022 school year's 10th grade. Excuse me. This year we have 12 students entering the 10th grade with a sibling or legacy preference, and no students that qualify as an employee exemption or founder's preference. With these exceptions, this means that there are 32 openings for 10th grade. We will accept all 15 applicants for 11th grade. These applicants meet the application deadline of February 19th at 11:59 p.m. Following our board sibling policy, we also give preference where 2 siblings are applying to UCAS at the same time. When 1 sibling is drawn, there is a guarantee that the other sibling will be selected. If the other sibling is not selected by the end of the drawing for accepted students, then the total number of students selected will be increased to include the undrawn sibling. Don't worry, if that happens, we'll walk you through it. This year we have 16 sets of siblings, indicated by an asterisk next to their name on our lottery list. Those students who are the most successful at UCAS follow UVU prerequisites and admissions rules. Since UVU is our partner in our students' education, UCAS must follow UVU rules. There are no exceptions. If you are selected to attend UCAS but have a GPA below a 3.0, you will not be able to access the college classes that make UCAS unique. If it is not possible for you to meet all of the UVU requirements, you may be better served in another high school. Please take this into consideration before accepting an offer to attend UCAS. Please note that while we love our school and enjoy working with our students and faculty each day, UCAS is not the best choice for all students. Not all students are ready or able to take college classes. Here is how UCAS will notify applicants if they are accepted or placed on our wait list. All students will be sent an email tonight regarding their placement, whether they are on the accepted or wait list. Both lists will be posted on our website later this evening. All initial applicants that are selected in our lottery this afternoon must accept in writing if they choose to attend UCAS. In the email being sent today, accepted students will be asked to complete 3 requirements, which include an admissions acceptance form that must be signed and returned by Thursday, March 18th, or the student will be dropped from consideration. A student on the wait list will then be notified to take their place. If you are on the wait list, what should you do? Some selected applicants may decide to decline the enrollment offer. UCAS will notify the first student on the wait list as soon as an opening becomes available. Students selected off the wait list must respond within the time designated on the admissions acceptance form received in email for acceptance. Freshmen and sophomore students not called off the wait list this year can reapply for the 10th or 11th grade lottery for the 2022-2023 school year. However, there is a high probability that every student on the wait list will be offered a spot for this coming school year. I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Winger.
Okay, I will now review the lottery selection procedures. You will have the opportunity to view a demonstration of the random selection. You will have the opportunity to verify that your information is loaded into the selection spreadsheet. Mrs. Schiffman will reconcile the lottery list if warranted. The randomly generated selection is final, unless there is a technical failure or user error in managing the equipment, software, used for randomly selecting applicants. Mrs. Durbridge will now run a lottery demonstration for you to see how the process works. All lottery preferences appear at the top of the sheet and will automatically be given an acceptance letter. All others will be sorted as will be explained. Column H has been assigned a random number. Notice the formula at the top. The formula will randomly give numbers to each person entered into the lottery. This is done by copying the formula down the column. We then blacken each of the names, sibling columns too, in order to increase the mystery. Then the names are sorted in order according to the random number assigned in column H. You will notice we are also selecting through column K for the sort. This is because there is a hidden contact information on columns I through J. We will then proceed to reveal the names 5 at a time. Okay, that is our demonstration. We will hold 2 lotteries today. The first will be for the 10th grade sophomores for the 2021-22 school year. Our student applicants that are exemptions are listed at the top and will be shown for your information. This includes 12 UCAS sibling preference exemptions. If you are in the 9th grade this year, please check if you are on our 10th grade list for next year. This is the last chance to make any changes. I'm going to pause it this time and give you an opportunity to check the list. If there are any corrections that need to be made, please comment on the chat now. Continue. At this time, the lottery names are set. No more changes will be made. 11 students have an asterisk by their name indicating they have a sibling also entered in the lottery. We will now walk through the lottery for the 10th graders for the 2021-2022 school year. All lottery preferences appear at the top of the sheet and will automatically be given an acceptance letter.
Pause for just a second. Let me take the mic. So we just saw a comment on our chat that says someone is not included on the list, and we know that there is a bit of a delay between where we are with the dialogue and where the live stream is. So we will go back, and if you will put your name, last name, and then first name in the chat, we can look to confirm. Yeah, the student's last name and first name. So Sticky Noodle Plays, please do that for us before we continue. Okay, we're going to confirm if she is on the list. We do have the name. Let's see. So this is for current 8th or 9th graders going into 10th grade. Okay, so our current, if you are on this list, you should be in 9th grade, just wanted to confirm. If you are on this list, you should be currently in 9th grade going into 10th grade. So if you are in 9th grade right now, that is the list that you should be looking at. If you are not going into 9th grade right now, then you're on a different list, and we'll review that list in a minute. Go ahead and answer that in the chat. So just one more time, this list is the students who are currently in 9th grade who will be in 10th grade next year. We will review the younger list in a minute. Okay, with that clarification, is there anyone still missing from this list? Okay, so it looks like we've reconciled that, and if there are any issues, please contact us, and if it is an error on our part, we will reconcile it after the lottery.
Okay, we will now walk through the lottery for the 10th graders. All lottery preferences appear at the top of the sheet and will automatically be given an acceptance letter. All others will be sorted as will be explained. Column I has been assigned a random number. Notice the formula at the top. The formula will randomly give numbers to each person entered into the lottery. This is done by copying the formula down the column. We then blacken each of the names, sibling columns too, in order to increase the mystery. Then the names are sorted in order according to the random number assigned in column I. You will notice we are also selecting through column K for the sort. This is because there is hidden contact information in columns J and K. We have some chat going on here. Someone says they're on the list 3 times. Mrs. Durbridge will now save the results before they are revealed so that you can be assured the lottery results are now final. We will now reveal and read the names of the 10th grade accepted students. We will read 5 names at a time. And we're sorry if we mispronounce your name. We will do our best. You're encouraged to cheer in the chat when your name is revealed. I start with okay. First name, Caleb Gandu. Hannah Lane. Martina Valdivieso. Charity Hung. Anika Rogerson. Susan Stewart. Brianna Eshelman. Guadalupe Juarez Mercado.
Irina Sofia Salazar Barton. Amira Parsa Kupei. Alex Blair. Courtney Albertson. Kylie Longhurst. Raphael DeLara. Bryson Brown. Myra McLean. Yareli Aguado. Brian Yaya Arriaga.
Xander Burrows. Ella Comier. Ian Pollock. Hope Hung. Benjamin Terry. Abigail Wiscombe. Wayne Belknap. Garrett Henry.
Florence Diaz Lapierre. Horatio Lewis. Zachary Osmus. Mikel Oheen Oper. Enrique Mesa. Ryan Emilvia. That concludes our list for the accepted students. We will now proceed to unveil our waitlist students. I was confirming with Mrs. Schiffman that we were doing that in the right order. Okay, here we go with our waitlist. Okay, here we go. Tenoch Gonzalez Ochoa. Brinkley Westwood. Maxwell Crandall. Kyle Butler. Vincent Reeves.
Ethan Ty. Stephen Hernandez. Oliver Duncan. Camden Kaiser. Mauricio Peralta. Aditya Karthik.
That concludes our lottery for next year's 10th grade students. We will now reconcile our sibling list to make sure that we are following our sibling policy. So as you can see on our list here, we have several students who have siblings who are currently on our 9th grade lottery. If these siblings are called up in our initial lottery, then these students will be offered a place into UCAS next year, and we will increase our overall enrollment for 10th grade by 1 student per sibling that makes it. Again, if that happens, we will walk through that when we get there. And sorry if we're making you dizzy with the camera. Okay, I think we're ready for our freshman lottery. Is that right? Okay.
We will now hold the lottery for our 9th grade freshmen for the 2021-2022 school year. Our student applicants that are exemptions are listed at the top and will be shown for your information. This includes 1 employee exemption, 1 John Hancock student, and 51 UCAS sibling preference exemptions. If you are in the 8th grade this year, please check if you are on our 9th grade list for next year.
Okay, so this is what they were talking about. How did that happen?
Yeah, 3.
No, that's okay. So we did see your comment, Miley, that you appeared 3 times in our lottery list. So this is what we're gonna do. Hang on, just hold that thought. We're gonna talk about it for just a minute to reconcile this. All right, we figured this out. So because there was that mistake in the names, we have labeled the extra Miley Heights as Jane Doe and John Doe. If either Jane Doe or John Doe are called up in the lottery, then we will bump the entire list up 1 spot to take their place. And then it's still even and everyone still has even probability. We had a question in the chat about how do we check. There was a question mark next to Fetterman, and that is because I had not confirmed the grade her sibling was in, and that's 11th. So I fixed the question mark. And then these are listed alphabetically by last name. So as we scroll through the list, make sure that you can see your name on the list. Let me make this a little wider. There you go. There's our Jane Doe and John Doe that will be reconciled at the end of the lottery. No, it's my fault. Okay. Are we missing any names? We're going to continue to scroll here. And we understand that there is a delay, so we are going to wait a couple of extra moments here to make sure there is no other errors or discrepancies that you see. If there are, please let us know in the chat. Okay, it looks like we are ready to move forward. So Ms. Winger is going to help us with that.
At this time, the lottery names are set. No more changes will be made. "19 students have an asterisk by their name indicating that they have a sibling also entered in the lottery. We will now walk through the lottery for the 9th graders for the 2021-2022 school year. All lottery preferences appear at the top of the sheet and will automatically be given an acceptance letter. All others will be sorted as will be explained. Column I has been assigned a random number. Notice the formula at the top. The formula will randomly give numbers to each person entered into the lottery. This is done by copying the formula down the column. Okay, we now then blacken each of the names, sibling columns too, in order to increase the mystery. Then the names are sorted in order according to the random numbers assigned in column I. You will notice we are also selecting through column K for the sort. This is because there's hidden contact information in columns J through K. They said you forgot to black one of the names. Is that true? We're double checking to make sure everybody's blacked out.
And was assigned a random number.
We're good?
Yep, we're good.
Mrs. Durbridge will now save the results before they are revealed so that you can be assured the lottery results are now final. We will now reveal and read the names of the 9th grade accepted students. We will read 5 names at a time. Adeline Usher, Madison Wengren, Britton McWhorter, Lina Tasandos, Michelle Almeida, Danielle Guerra, Jackson Peterson.
Haley Rosario, Andrea Morales, Elise Howard, Noah Lewis, Dominic Lichty Gordillo, Amara Juranak, Trevor Erskine, Eli Montoya, Eliza Housekeeper, Kyla Judd.
Connor Martis, Corbin Mountier, Aspen Jenkins, Michael Davidson, Oliver Shakespeare, Calvin Mountier, Caitlin Bergman, Sophia Dunker, Charlize Hao, H-A-O, Oswaldo Tejeda,
Jack Shelley, Iniali Samaniego, Richard Heftel, Porter Stevens, Anthony Eslava, George Norda, Erica Gomez, Connor Wallstad, Kyson Miles, Peyton Anderson.
Ellie Little, Tristan Slezak, Rose Askren, Dublin Doherty, Dennison Harris, Yaritza Aguado, Camuela Silva, Malachi Alava, Tyler Davis, Tyson Belcher, Cowan Young.
Daniel Navarrete, Daniel Kent, Roylan Bishop, Nathaniel Huffaker, Shayla Allred, Brianna Foray, Alejandro Peralta, Maria Dolores Gonzalez Ochoa, Severin Nelson.
Ammon Schiffman, Joel Platt, Adrian Cherascu, Amarela Hai, Riley Dull, Augustin De Lara, Jaden Ohin Apare, Owen Hatting, Owen Du Bois, Helaman Oteo.
Spencer Teal, Olivia Villa, Roxali Camper, Mariah Tabla, Elijah Wright, Ruby Scherer, Elizabeth Whittier, Ethan Fowler, Samuel Watkins, Austin Evans.
Maxwell Fessler, Preston McConaughey, Domani Turner, Holden Solberg, Braxton Zavala, Matthew Hanks, Trevor Cates, Caden Huddleston, Caleb Matthews, Maya Lemos.
Marcus Sengsinger, Michael Hautz, Hannah Terry, Logan Hicken, Daniela Chavez, Josahandi Blancas, Israel King, Sophia Gonzalez Mackley, Sabrina Orellana, Olivia Henninger.
James McLuhan, Jasmine Gatmaitin, sorry about that one, Malcolm Barrett, London Stump, Kristen Barton, Talia Rosenval, Mariana Sakamoto, Mia Dunn, Samantha Helsing, John Doe.
So just as a reminder, what that means is that the first person on our wait list will be moved up to our accepted list, and we will move everyone up. Chanel Thomas. Where all those are? Okay. Chanel Thomas, Conrad Sanders, Ryan DeSantos, Isabel Dibb, Brock Mortensen, Abigail Fetterman, Beckham Warner, Carter Duncan, Marla Tumenhargal, Callista Martin. Okay, we have had a slight technical error in our wait list. We had originally announced at the beginning, if you recall, at the beginning of our lottery, we announced that we would be accepting up to 167 from our freshman list. And so we have called up to 107, and we will honor that since we did call you up to say that you would be on the accepted list. We will take all of these onto our accepted list, but the remainder after this will be on our wait list, and that does cover for our John Doe that we called one up already. So these students from here on out will be on our wait list. Unless you have a sibling, and then we will reconcile that at the end. So I'm going to reformat the sheet slightly to indicate that. That'll just help me so that when we're sending out the emails later, I don't get mixed up. There we go. So our wait list will start right here. This is number 1 on our wait list. My apologies. Okay.
We will now read off the wait list for the 9th grade students, 5 at a time. Shiloh Kaufman, Sebastian Seal, Braden Boyce, Franco Fleitas, Isabella Wood, David Garcia, Jesse Stay.
Matthew Davis, Miley Height, David Oliveros, Jack Taylor, Ben Jensen, Madison Sim, Caden Kester, Gerardo Skoka, Reese Bishop, Tipton Atwood.
Abigail Foley, Riker Crandall, Noah Torkeldsen, Kelly Moore, Garrett Allred, Derek Roca, Natalia Borda, AZJ ARGAL AMARBAYAN. Thatcher Longman, Paige Anderson.
Michael Terry, Gerald Cowdle, Emily Wheeler, Kenley Kaiser, Claire Beament, Desden Davis, Anna Kokerhans, Olivia Baked, Samuel Ferguson, Hiram Johnson.
Cameron Stevenson, Cordell Judd, Regan Bishop, Chase Fredrickson, Sandra Pack, Nathan Kinsman, Michael Larson, Colbin Brindley, Matram Estes, Alyssa Shad.
Diana Ochoa, Amanda Cipriani, Joaquin Casas, Aaron Budd, Matthew Despain, Emery Skelton, Haley Muth, Angie Garcia Luna, Dulce Anguano, Aspen Lee, Owen Smith, Tamahir Geary, Samuel Gustafson,
Benjamin Hansen, Anika Merkirje, Adam Teal, Caleb Payne, Jackson Hart, Adriana Ray, Gabe Mitchell, Perrin Wood, Parker Bainke, Evelyn Jones.
Pardon me for just 1 minute. I need to check something. Okay, so I had a question earlier that came up on the chat that we wanted to address, and someone commented whether this number of our accepted students included those that were had a preference or an exception, and they did. So if you see on our sheet right here, just to clarify, we are going to make another adjustment. So just to clarify, this 53 right here is the end of the students who qualify for exception, including all categories. So the first student we take is 54, and we will take a total of 167 students, which means that this total number will go down to 220. So I am going to continue this down to accept the full 220 that we had originally called. So in reality, some of you thought you were on the wait list and you're actually in. Yeah, and we'll do some more reconciliation on the end with our notes just to make sure with our siblings, but we will take up to the total of 220 that includes all of our exceptions plus the 167 that we take through the lottery. And so that will extend us down, and it should be to that bold line right there, to the full 220. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do to help us with this reconciliation is just to make sure that we reconcile our sibling numbers after this point. And so Mrs. Schiffman is going to do that. I'm going to briefly scroll through the list. So Andrew Judd on the chat just asked, total freshman class is 220. That is correct. The total freshman class will be 220. Thank you for your patience as we make sure we are accurate in this count. Yep. Okay. So then the first person on our wait list is Aaron Budd. The last question in the chat is, did 203 get accepted? Yes. If your number is in green, you have been accepted. Anyone with a number 220 or lower has been accepted. And John Doe, I think, was one of those accepted students, and so we will bump everyone up one spot. So Aaron Budd, in reality, will be our last accepted student through the lottery, and then our wait list will start with Matthew Despain. If you still have a question, don't stress. We will post all of this on our website this evening. It may be a little later this evening, but it will be posted on our website. And if you were in the lottery, we will send you a link to where you can find that list. And you will receive an email telling you if you were accepted or on the wait list before the end of the evening tonight. So if this was confusing, no worries. Read your email tonight. Okay, let's keep going with our wait list. Thank you for your patience. Here we are, number 21. Are we ready? Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, just reconciling that one more sibling. And here we go. Now we are ready to go. Okay, Isaac Garner, Jocelyn Mendoza, Vance Russell, Jihad McMillan, Vicente Marin, Emily Critchfield, Wendy Hernandez, Natalie Nunez, Jaden Duffin, Ngatiwai Mosia.
Christian Larson, Tucker Whiting, Dana Mendez Salas, Savannah Hutchings, Tyson Ford, Elijah Knighton, Cameron Horton, Samuel Peterson, Ivy Jackson, Adi Hernandez.
Cadence Franz, Matthew Tocto Tamayo, Gabriel Beck, Ian Ordenes. So Jane Doe is listed as 45 on our wait list. In reality, when we adjust the list, Milana Solomena will be 45 on our wait list. Brittany Albertson, Colin Norda, Zachary Worf, Asara Kingston.
Summit Larson, Lehigh Bushnelli, Ruben Panida, Diego Jimenez, Alexander Kohler, Scott Billings, Kurt Connect, Tristan Durant, Josette Fung, Milan Vanegas, Brooklyn Banks, Jacob Wegener, Dale Taylor.
All right, we are going to make sure that we have reconciled all of our siblings. You know what? Okay, this is the reconciliation. Courtney Albertson as a sophomore was called up, so we will call up her sibling, Brittany Albertson. She was waitlist 47. And she will now be on the freshman accepted list. Okay, George Norda, a freshman, was called up, and his sibling, who is also a freshman, waitlist 48, Colin Norda, will be called up. Okay, Spencer Teal, freshman, his sibling, Adam Teal, waitlist 13, will be called up. Okay, now we will go ahead and reconcile our sophomore list. Riker Crandall, freshman, was called up as a freshman, so Maxwell Crandall, who's waitlist 3, will be called up as a sophomore. Maria Dolores Gonzalez Ochoa was called up as a freshman, so Tenek Gonzalez Ochoa, waitlist 1, will be called up. Kenley Kaiser was called up as a freshman, so his sibling, Camden Kaiser, waitlist 9, will be called up as a sophomore. Alejandro Peralta was a freshman called up, so we will call up his sophomore sibling, waitlist 10, Mauricio Peralta. And that ends the reconciliation. Thank you so much. All right, so that should conclude our lottery. Let me just share with you a few reminders. Okay, I was just waiting for a second, double checking the chat to make sure that we are all on the same page. So, our lottery results have now been saved, and we are finished with our 21-22 student lottery. We will be posting the list to our website this evening so that you can share with your friends and family. Please watch for an email this evening with your next steps listed. We look forward to seeing you soon. So you will receive an email whether you are on the wait list or whether you are on the accepted list. And also let me emphasize that even though you were not called up from the wait list, if you are on the wait list, do not give up hope. You still have a high probability that you will be accepted for UCAS for next year. So continue to check your email, because as people change their mind, we will send you correspondence saying that we are ready to offer you a position. So continue to check your email even if you are on the wait list. We will be accepting students through at least the beginning of May, approximately the beginning of May. You know, I am not going to read the 11th grade names. All of our 11th grade students have been accepted, and so we will post those names on our website later this evening. And so if you applied by the deadline on February 19th for our 11th grade, you will be accepted to UCAS. Contact Mrs. Schiffman on Monday if you have any questions about any of these results. We do have a question about some of our preferences and some of our policies and procedures, and if you will call the school, we will be happy to answer that question for you. Let's see. We will continue to monitor the chat for a few moments to see if there are any other questions that we can answer, and if not, congratulations and thank you. We will keep the video posted. So we do have a question about our sibling policy. It is what's called a legacy sibling policy. That means that the students do not need to be attending at the same time. So once one student attends UCAS, if they have a younger sibling, even if that sibling is much younger, they still get sibling preference to attend. All right, that appears to be all of the questions. We hope you have a great night. Watch your emails later tonight, and congratulations.